Food inflation is up, rising 4.4% annually. Meat, poultry and fish had the biggest annual increases, while butter, milk and cheese drove grocery prices. Butter surged by more than 51% over the year. Independent economist Cameron Bagri told Ryan Bridge the numbers are creeping up, but the composition of the inflation matters more than the inflation itself.
So what we keep a pretty close eye on is what's called non-tradable inflation, which is domestic inflation. That's the piece that the Reserve Bank can control. It's elevated, but it's all been heading south, so we're taking a bit of comfort at that.
The coroner is calling for compulsory nationwide life jacket use following the death of a 10-year-old boy in the Manukau Harbour. Open Justice reports Ryder Ferrigill and his mother Gemma died in November 2022 after a boat carrying 5 people capsized near Clark's Beach. They both drowned after hours of clinging to the overturned hull and even after reaching the relative safety of a sandbar. Foodstuffs is confident staff from a fire-damaged Auckland supermarket will be well looked after. A large blaze at New World Victoria Park yesterday sent smoke billowing over the central city, taking about 10 hours to extinguish. Fire crews have been tending to hotspots overnight, with the building expected to be handed back today. Foodstuffs North Island CEO Chris Quinn says once they clarify the situation, they'll make a plan with each and every employee. South Island economies continue to stand tall. Canterbury, the West Coast, Otago and Marlborough have nabbed the top 4 spots on ASB's Regional Economic Scoreboard, which rates regions based on year-on-year growth. Chief Economist Nick Tuffley says the South Island's housing market is robust and employment has held up better than the North. He says areas like Otago have also had the benefit of strong tourism, while there's been a lot of good on-farm returns. More New Zealand businesses are directing their attention to growth. The 2 Degrees 2025 Shaping Business Study suggests 45% of business leaders are optimistic about the year ahead. It compares to 34% last year and 40% in 2021. But Chief Executive Mark Callender says there are still challenges.
We're still in a fairly recessionary-based economy. There's still inflation impacting businesses. There's lower household spending that's also impacting them. Against the backdrop of all of that, I think they can see line of sight to things improving.
A jam-packed agenda for the Prime Minister as his mission to boost our profile in China kicks off. Christopher Luxon's touchdown in Shanghai. Today will be all about championing New Zealand products to Chinese consumers at a number of events. Luxon's next stop is Beijing, where he will meet with President Xi Jinping.